Hey, what's up everybody, how's it going? It's Dan8 here, and I'm back with another commentary playthrough for you guys. And this time it's not going to be a demo, it's going to be a full-length Final Fantasy game, which is something I haven't done since Final Fantasy X-2. So before this I had initially kind of planned to do Final Fantasy XIII, but because of copyright reasons that didn't happen. And from what I hear, even though this also has a few little copyright issues, we should be able to get through this one. So I should hopefully be able to bring you guys a commentary playthrough of this game. Obviously note that I'm saying playthrough, because if you haven't seen any of my other playthroughs and you're coming to watch this off the back of my Final Fantasy X stuff, then you might think that this might be kind of similar to that, but it's not going to be. I've never played this game before, I've never even watched a trailer for it before, I have no idea what the story is, I know nothing about it, because it came out for the PSP, so I automatically assumed at the time that it was like an inferior game. I kind of have this, as much as I don't like having it, it's kind of like a judgmental thing about games being released to PSP when they could be on consoles. So I had that thing about when Final Fantasy XIII was released, this was part of the kind of universe, as far as I know, the Fabula Nova Crystallis or whatever it was, and this was the one they chose to release on PSP, so I thought, how good could it really be? And obviously there's a small matter of it only being available in Japanese when it was on the PSP. So good old Square Enix decided to remaster this for the PS4 and bring it to us non-Japanese speaking or understanding folk, and we get to enjoy this game as well. And I think I've skimmed through a few reviews just to see the scores and stuff, and the scores are looking pretty solid, so I'm actually quite looking forward to this, and I'm hoping it's going to be good. But like I said, just so you know, I'm going into this completely blind. I will have no idea what I'm doing. I will just go through the game as best I know how, and obviously, as you guys know, I tend to play these games, especially Final Fantasy games, for the story, so again, that's what I'll be most interested in, to see if it has an interesting story to tell. And for that reason I won't be talking cutscenes or anything like that, so again, this is for more new people. If you guys have watched my playthroughs before, you will know exactly what to expect, and this should hopefully be more of the same. Alright, we'll talk more once we get into the game. Let's get going and see what Type-0 HD has to offer. I can already see myself calling this thing Final Fantasy X Type-0 or something like that. I'm going to get the name wrong all the time, but just bear with me as I get used to it, because this is probably going to take a little while. First thing I can say, they kind of look like teenage school kids. Like I said, I know absolutely nothing. I think my brightness settings are okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, here we go. The forgotten game of the Final Fantasy XIII world. There you go, Fabula Nova Crystallis. It's Crystallis, not Chrysalis. I think that was something in Final Fantasy XIII, like a boss or something.
Since the dawn of eternity, 4 lights of hope have shone upon the world. Men flock to these lights, around which they build 4 peristylia. Each peristylium becomes their faith and society, the path upon which they are set. The vermilion bird, wings of fire to lift the heart. The white tiger, steely arms by which to seize knowledge. The azure dragon, unclouded eyes that see all beneath the sky. The black tortoise, a rigid shield and a well-guarded blade. But when 9 and 9 meet 9, Tempest Finis shall be willed upon them. For without the Agita, their world, called Orience, must persist in its spiral.
The fuck? Okay, already we've got loads of words being thrown around.
In this time of absolute darkness, we must unite to bring forth the light of hope. The time has come. Yes, this is the dawn of a new age.
And so the Militesi Empire, home to the White Peristylium, invaded the neighboring Dominion of Rubrum. As soon as the declaration of war was made, the Militesi main fleet swarmed into all corners of Rubrum. At the same time, a separate fleet was charged with a sneak attack on the Vermillion Peristylium. A lessee accompanied this task force. Using a lessee to invade a sovereign state was a direct violation of the Pax Codex, a treaty created by all 4 Crystal States of Orience. The besieged Peristylium attempted to repel Militesi's Magitech armors with powerful magic. Not even the mighty warships could withstand the awesome power of the summoned Eidolons. It seemed that the Militesi offensive would fail. However, the lessee Kunmi led a special unit past Rubrum's defenses and activated a new weapon, the Crystal Jammer, neutralizing the power of the Vermillion bird crystal. Severed from the source of their magical powers, the Rubrum forces were quickly overwhelmed and overrun. Imperial Marshal Sid Olstein demanded of Chancellor Kalia Cheval VI, the leader of Rubrum, that he surrender and transfer the Vermillion bird crystal to Militesi control.
Your crystal cannot protect you. Resistance is no longer an option. You have 6 hours. You must comply with our demands, or face the full might of our forces. In which case, I promise you, the roads of Rubrum will run red with the blood of her people.
May the crystal guide them to salvation.
When 9 and 9 meet 9, the depths of reason shall stir. When the seal of creation is broken, a voice like thunder shall sound, and thou shalt know. We have arrived.
Whoa. I like that intro, that was pretty cool. That's not how I was expecting them to kind of appear as a crew. And that was only the intro movie. Wow. So even though it was a PSP title, they look like they're going to go hard on the cutscenes, which is perfectly fine by me. Let's have a look at some options before we get going. Now, I've heard that turning down the background music can help with copyright, so I'm going to keep it around here. So apologies for that, but I'm going to do my best to stay away from copyright, because especially with how difficult it is to upload out in Turkey, it's not a case of just uploading something for 15 minutes and then trying again. It takes me like 5 hours to upload a single part, so I'm not going to take minimal risks. Yeah, because I don't know the game, this will probably help. Okay, I'm sure there's a reason why they display the silhouettes, it probably helps. Okay. I'm sure we'll figure this out as we go along. History. So already in that intro movie we heard some... Oh, okay. We heard some stuff about Lassie and all that kind of stuff, so hopefully, because I played Final Fantasy XIII, I might know a few of the kind of things that are going on, but still, in general, it seems a bit different. I think this game was called Final Fantasy Argito. I kind of, because the English accent, I feel like calling it Agito. Calling it Argito sounds weird. But Final Fantasy Agito, because it's easy for me to say. I think that's what this was called before, but I don't know. Alright, so I've had a little mess around. These three I can't really touch because you need save files for these, obviously for that, but history as well. I thought it was like you can read through stuff, but I guess once you progress, you can probably load this up to get a summary of where you're at in the game or something. So it doesn't offer any like backstory, from what I can understand. Okay, so let's get on with it. From what I can understand so far, we seem to have warring factions that all seem to have like a crystal that gives their particular, society power, and it's all hell's broken loose, and our guys are here to restore the balance. That's what it seems like. It says novice mode is recommended for first-time players. I'm not enough of a I don't think highly enough of myself to go above. I mean, if it's telling me that it's for first-time players, then I'll just go with it. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I don't really give a shit. So we'll go with novice mode. If I'm finding it way too easy, then I might see if I can upgrade it.
For them, the path was not chosen.
They chose their path,
Yes. Not knowing the fear of death.
having never learned the fear of confronting it.
Alright, straight in. War, 3 hours to change the world.
Still have a ways to go. Is everyone all right? Have you seen a guy? A guy with a red cape?
No, I haven't. You?
Visual! Kill them! What's that? Tree. My eyes. I have to find peace.
That was a pretty violent intro. It's not what I was expecting.
Teacher. Teacher. Damn. Please.
I'm here! I'm right here.
Isana.
It's too late.
I know that.
I know I could count on you. Teacher. Let's rest a while. I always thought that your name was weird. I'm telling you, Machina must have pulled that one out of her hat. What do you think, girl? Is this the end? Machina. Stay strong. Rem. I would have liked to see you again. JJ. I'm glad that you're here with me. No. I don't want to die.
That was like the most drawn out death ever. Huh?